How am I going to scale my consultancy firm to $100,000 profit per month? $100,000 is a lot of money. And to make that per month, it's also a lot of money, right? This is no easy feat. I don't want to make this claim in some sort of arrogance. I'm more making this claim in true self-belief and serene confidence in myself that I believe I can do this. Right now, I'm currently making record month 23K cash collected in the usual range between 20, 15, around that level. And honestly speaking, I've been around this level for a while and I just know I deserve more. I know I work hard, but I know, let me dial a couple levers, turn a couple things on, make things happen, and truly receive my abundance mindset, I'll get there. So, my name's Isaac. I'm a sales and marketing consultant. I own a consultancy firm where we help online coaches scale up. Frankly speaking, there's so many online coaches in the space. They have massive audiences or massive expertise, but they just don't know how to scale up their business. They don't know the business side. They don't know the sales, the marketing, the systems, the AI, the fulfillment. They don't know that. And so that's what I do. I've helped Callum right here scale up to $40,000 per month. Alex, $40,000 per month. Evans, a new property coach we signed. Within 24 hours, he had an 11K day after less than 14 days of working with us. You know, we've helped Mo, gave him consultancy. He's an e-commerce coach and he hit $55,000 in a month. So I know my stuff, but there's also a lot I don't know. And there's also the level I want to get to, which is $100,000 per month. Now, right now, we're in Dubai. Got the G-Wagon behind. We've been driving it all day. It's been a great experience. I've got Prezi, my chief content officer over there, filming some crazy videos. I don't know if you could see it, maybe quite funny. I've got Peter, my good friend. I've got my boys hitting flicks. Just met them from America. And so now, let's get into the source. Let's get into how I'm planning to scale this up and the key components in doing so. So, honestly, it's really, really simple. Within a consultancy, agency, whatever you really want to call it, there's key mechanisms or models of charging people. There's done for you, fully done for you services. There's done with you, and we're going to get into what done with you is, and we have DIY, a coaching program. And frankly speaking, one thing I've learned from going to a couple masterminds and reading a lot of high-level books is that you need to have a full offer suite. And so if you're an online coach watching this or whoever you are watching this, you just need to know that if someone comes on a call with you or someone is interested in you, they need to have many, many ways to interact and buy with you. So I'm going to break down my done for you service, my done with you service, and anything else in between. Those are the two things I'm going to be focusing on mainly to scale up to 100K per month, and then from there we can go. So with the done for you service, it's very simple. I work intimately with online coaches where I'm essentially a growth partner in their business. I take anywhere from 20 to 50% of their revenue or profit, depending on the setup. There's some clients I've really built their business from the ground up, from zero all the way to where they are now. So of course I have a higher percentage, but there's some clients who have an audience already and have a good level, but they need something to pull the trigger. They need systems. And so with that mechanism, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, you can really make a lot of money. You can take a 5, 10, 15K check every single month from these clients, right? Let's say hypothetically, Tristan Social, a dating coach I work with intimately, we're about to launch his offer. And with launching his offer, let's say hypothetically in the first month, in the first 8 days, we did 50K. And let's say I took 30%. What would that be? You can do the maths yourself. But the fact of the matter is, with that one client alone, you can take 5, 10, 15. Okay. And so now, my main objective I've seen is that with the done for you side of things, you have a certain bandwidth of how many clients you can really take on, because essentially you're actually a CEO of their business, okay? You're this person spearheading the whole motion, looking at new mechanisms to get leads, running their paid ads, doing their organic traffic, managing the sales team, doing the edit, like everything. You're doing so much, right? And because you're doing so much, you know you can't take on so many clients, which is why I'm focusing on a select few done for you clients who I'm working with intimately to scale up their business. So dating coach, I have Esdras, who's a business coach, e-commerce coach, I have fitness coaches, I have property coaches, you know? But I'm keeping that kind of level small so I can focus on getting amazing results for my clients. And if I do that, that should be 50K alone per month on a consistent basis. And so the question really is, how do you actually ensure you scale people's businesses to a really good level? What have I kind of learned in the last 2 months, especially when it's been extremely intense? I've been working very hard and learning so much. I've been to a mastermind in Dubai for online coaches and really taking my game to the next level. First and foremost, of course, we know deep down, everyone says knowledge is power, but that's not true. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is where you have this thing, you have these concepts, these implementations, these systems, but if you don't implement on that knowledge, if you don't actually take action with speed, bear in mind, it's useless. A lot of people know how to make $1 million or have read a book, but they don't implement. So we have to implement with speed. And the crazy thing is, I was in a mastermind and Nick, I can't remember his surname, Sanantino, he's essentially disabled. He was born with no arms and no legs, and he gave a really passionate and beautiful talk, and he essentially said, your ideas have a shelf life. The second you get an idea, you need to implement it, you need to put it into action. It's extremely important, right? Because I know so many of you have had ideas and you don't take action, and then you see someone else do the idea and be successful, and you're like, that was my idea, but you should have taken action, right? So that's one key thing. Of course, if we break down scaling offers, scaling coaching programs, we have 5 key components. The offer itself, is it high ticket enough? And are there options, a vast offer suite, as I've spoken to you about earlier in this video? Is their offer hyper niched in a way where it speaks directly to one person, directly to a set of people, right? Again, I say this all the time, depending on the niche you're in. For example, fitness is extremely saturated, so you have to hyper niche. Property is not so saturated, so you don't necessarily have to hyper niche, but you have to niche down to a good extent. Get an ICP that has money, get an ICP that is willing to pay you for your knowledge, right? Once you craft a cash collecting offer, you now need to focus on traffic. Organic content, paid ads, cold. With some of my clients, we use all 3. You know, we use LinkedIn outreach, outbound mechanisms, we use paid ads, meta ads, and we use, of course, organic content. Organic content is always a necessity, and paid ads will be a necessity to scale, so you have to have that. You have to have a conversion mechanism next. Is that appointment setting? Is that a funnel? Is that both? And one thing that's extremely important in this whole process that I've kind of not mentioned yet is tracking. It sounds so simple. It sounds like I'm just talking rubbish. I'm like, tracking. Everyone knows you need to track your numbers, but I'm telling you now, if you do not actually track your numbers, you drastically fail. I've seen myself do it. I've seen myself go, yeah, I need to track my numbers, I'll do it later, and then I didn't do it. And then what happened? I'm blind to my business. I'm blind to my clients' businesses. So tracking is essentially extremely important. Sales process. Sales nurture process. If I could sit here and speak about the sales nurture process for her forever, really. Honestly, I could. The fact of the matter is, cold, warm, hot leads. How do we turn a cold lead to a hot lead? We have to nurture them. We have to educate them, not only on our process, on our unique mechanism, but also on us. Because oftentimes, especially in the online info product coaching space, they're not just buying the transformation in the coaching program, they're buying you if you're an online coach, or they're buying you if you're an agency owner or consultant, right? And then finally, with the sales, of course, making sure that's dialed in. And with the fulfillment, systemizing it. So with the done for you side of things, I know for a fact that if I really lock in and focus on providing extremely high level of fulfillment for these clients, I can make myself, not make them, I can make them a lot of money, right? I definitely want to get some serious case studies where they're 100K plus per month, which I know I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months. From there, that will then allow my agency to have $50,000 alone minimum from these done for you clients. But then what's the next step? Done with you. And now this done with you revelation I had near the tail end of 2024. Honestly, it was amazing. One of my mentors showed me a video, and In the video, the guy broke down how, genuinely speaking, with Done For You, it has its pros. As I said, you can take large checks per month from different clients because you just provide so much value. But sometimes, if you don't frame yourself correctly, you're seen as like a done for you slave in a sense, genuinely. Sometimes the bandwidth, you don't have enough bandwidth to scale up and take on more done for you clients or make them more money. And oftentimes some clients, if you don't set the right expectations, they'll expect you to just scale. And then when it's like kind of plateauing and you're fixing problems and you're patching up bottlenecks, it's rough. Done With You, however, I have a Done With You client who honestly has been the best client. And when I say that, what I mean by that is, my Done With You client was the easiest to fulfill for on the pure basis that I gave him SOPs, I gave him knowledge, right? This is what Done With You consists of: knowledge, information. I gave him a form of implementation in terms of a month's worth of done for you work where we just injected systems into his business. Yeah, so, flipping out, these flies, a solid funnel, right? Sales team implementation, sales nurture process, automations, back-end fulfillment systems, etc. So we implement this into his business. On top of that, we gave him consultancy, which is that one-to-one sense where hopping on calls and really giving him the guidance to continually scale. And then from there, an aspect of community is always beautiful. And then of course, making sure that he has all the infrastructures he needs to scale AI infrastructures, who knows. But Done With You is more where you charge highly upfront for a set transformational package. So like, for example, it could be 10K for 6 months or 4 months or 5 months. And I can see that based on servicing that one client, I know Done With You, it's where you can really scale. If you get your acquisition system sorted, it's where you can really scale. So that's going to be my main focus for the next couple of months, really building out my SOPs, my courses, really making sure my acquisition systems are dialed. We just launched cold outreach. Some fully automated cold outreach should be sending around 250 DMs a day, so we'll see how that goes. Posting a lot of content is natural, but I spoke to Max, one of my good friends, yesterday, and me and him agreed that with content, it's not to say content doesn't work and content can't get you clients like this. It can. But oftentimes people want to rush greatness. They think I should post a video and get a client the next day, but oftentimes you need to really dial in your content, your ICP, and iterate to the point where after 6 months, you now say, okay, wow, now I'm getting cash, like high quality clients and collecting cash for my content because I've really spent time to nurture it. Not everyone shoots and scores in the first try. So with a Done For You, $50,000. With a Done With You, $50,000. And the good thing is with a Done With You, it's an easy downsell to something on the lines of 3 to 5K for a DIY coaching program, essentially, where if people can't afford to pay the Done With You, they can just pay 3 to 5K for your coaching program, which is just the modules and then the coaching, not the systems and the implementation, etc. And not like inner circle, higher level consultancy. So, what's next? I'm going to be implementing these things, really dialing in my team, making sure I keep a lean operation, because that's one thing I think I've fallen into the trap of trying to have someone in every single position where you can really just pour out all your energy and focus into a couple key employees and keep it lean, keep the costs down, right? And overall, love the process every single day wake up, motion. That being said, that's my plan, to scale to 100K a month. Damn, man, what a life we live. I just want everyone who's watching this, whether you're an online coach, right? If you're an online coach, obviously, my life's work is not my life's work, but you know, like my work is to help you guys out. So if you want to book in a call, just book in a call. If not, it's all good. You can gain value just by watching my YouTube videos, right? But if you're an entrepreneur just working on this journey, I need you to stay diligent, stay locked in, stay focused. Because honestly speaking, it doesn't get easier, you just get better. That's it. Have a great day, guys. God bless you. Take care of yourself.